My dear brothers and sisters in the risen Lord, week 5, ordinary season, day Saturday. Grown bread and the gospel are food fare. Charles Spurgeon is a great preacher. He is often called as the Prince of Preachers. God's words flowed abundantly from his mouth, and he recovered many who had strayed away from the Lord's path. One man who wanted to demean and insult him wrote to him thus: I had come across a number of Negroes who had read your sermons evidently with great pleasure, and your sermons seemed to be meant for them only. Spurgeon later said, if by Negroes he means poor people, servant girls and children, I am sincerely pleased. I think nothing greater than to win the heart of the lowly. If I am understood by these poor people, then I could be understood by others. In today's gospel, Jesus took compassion on the multitudes that followed him, and he began to feed them with bread and fish. Let us note 1. A great multitude followed Jesus. A great number of people followed Jesus. Although the scribes, Pharisees, and the Sadducees, the rich and the learned, despised and rejected him, a great multitude followed him. The majority of the people who followed him were poor, unlearned, and sick. Yet Jesus humbled himself and took pleasure in teaching and healing these people. He was willing to abide in their company because they were willing to listen and follow him. Christ bestows his blessing on willing hearts. Those that are swelled by pride shall benefit nothing from him. In the book of Proverbs, the Lord said, I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech. 8 chapter verse 13. And further the wise men said, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall be uphold humble spirit. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 23. 2. Jesus has compassion on the crowd. The crowd had been with him for the last 3 days, and all the food they had carried with them would have been consumed by now. When the soul is filled sumptuously, the body could do with little food. They had forgotten to eat, but Christ, the Lord and Master, had remembered their missed meals, and he provided for them. Men above must always be concerned about those who work under them. Sufficient care must be taken to provide for them for their sustenance. Those who work for Christ and suffer want shall be provided by him. The words of King David in the Psalm is eternally true. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall never want. Chapter 23 verse 1. And again he said, the young lions may suffer and go hungry, but those who seek the Lord shall be lacking nothing. Psalm 34 verse 10. The Lord will surely provide for those who seek him. May God bless you all. Amen.